Good evening, everybody. We are live from the Thunderdome in Chicago, Illinois. Welcome, everybody, for some Monday Night SFL action presented by APM Music. Tonight's matchup features the Queen City Corsairs taking on the Chicago Wildcats. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside me in the booth is the Hall of Famer, the Bronze Bomber himself, Matt Wilson. How you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm great. I'm excited for the start of Season 12.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. So tonight's matchup features two playoff contenders from last season, both of them finishing 8-4, making it and then losing in the quarterfinals. They both had excellent seasons, but neither team really finished what they set out to do. So what do you see these two teams doing tonight so they can both, try to get this season started with a win?
Well, Chicago has a lot of weapons on offense, and they all need to be involved early and often to put Queen City on their heels. The Queen City offense runs through Ash Odom. His productivity could be the key to the entire game. I give Chicago an advantage on offense, while Queen City has a more ferocious defense. There's only one way to find out, and that's on the field.
We will get down to the field momentarily as we take a look at the coin toss. Looks like Queen City will kick off. You are watching the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music. And, Matt, we had some great games on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Now here we are, well, heck, we had Sunday night as well. We're on Monday, I guess. I don't even know what day it is anymore, but.
They come and go.
So here we are in the dome tonight, Matt. We love domes. There's no wind, there's no rain. No sleet.
Sausages.
Yeah, oh yeah, dome sausages. Gosh, the concession stands in these places are fantastic. But that's all besides the point. Ball is teed up, ready to go. Kick is underway. Ricky Matthews with the kickoff. Ball taken back at the 10-yard line. Spinning his way up to the 31 is Corey Carter of the Chicago Wildcats. And we will see quarterback E.T. King leading his offense out onto the field. Let's take a look at some of the star players on the Chicago Wildcats. Quarterback E.T. King and halfback Jared Willis. Wide receivers Corey Carter, Buchanan Simons, J.C. Torres, and last but definitely not least, tight end Shan Varner. First down and 10 from the 31-yard line. King under center. He will throw on first down. Quick pass over the middle is complete to J.C. Torres for a gain of 6.
Nice little game to get the game started. Nice tackle there by Avery King, but those are the kind of gains you love on first down. Those 4, 5, 6-yard gains. It opens up your whole offensive playbook. Let's see what they decide to do next.
Matt, if you remember, Jared Willis, the halfback, came onto the team, I should say, about midway through last season. Takes the handoff here, running his way for a first down and more. He breaks through. I don't think anyone's going to catch him to the 30, 20, 10, 5. He's in. Touchdown, Chicago there on the board really quick and really fast.
Well, you said the name Jared Willis, and he showed up. Broke a nice tackle there and just showed the speed to take it to the house.
I didn't even get a chance to finish my thought on him, but I was going to say. Yeah, go ahead.
Breaks the tackle of Avery King, then breaks another tackle, and then, see you later, Shan Varner, the big tight end, leading the convoy right into the end zone. Look at him. He's a gazelle. They're both gazelles.
Just sprinting right through.
That's the start Chicago's looking for, explosive plays.
Yeah.
Get Queen City out of their rushing attack. So we'll see how they respond.
Absolutely. And what I was trying to get at, Jared, before you had to go and ruin my whole introduction of you by sprinting away for a massive touchdown, is he came in about midway through last season and really kind of changed the dynamic of this offense. Extra point is up and through, 7-0 Chicago, not even a minute into this ball game. And, if you remember, Chicago started out a little soft last season. Jared Willis came in, turned things around, and sent Chicago straight on a playoff run and took them all the way to the quarterfinals. And, it's plays like that. He ended the season with 838 yards, which, definitely isn't as much as some other halfbacks, but he didn't play the whole season. Still got 6 touchdowns and averaged 4.3 yards per carry. This kick taken back at the 10-yard line, returning it straight into a whole bunch of guys. J.K. Johnson III, undrafted rookie wide receiver. Let's take a look at the other star players on this Queen City offense. Quarterback A.J. Caswell, halfback Ash Odom. Mentioned J.K. Johnson III, wide receiver Chris Curtis, and wide receiver Stephen Hacker. They make up this Queen City offense from Western New York. Based out of Buffalo, A.J. Caswell under center. Split backs in the backfield. Odom takes the handoff, stiff-arming a defender and getting himself a first down up to the 40-yard line.
We might see back-to-back touchdown runs there.
That would have been fantastic.
Both guys showing their power early, and like I say, he's the engine. Ash Odom drives this offense. If he can get those big first down gains, it puts this Queen City offense in a great situation. But if you bottle them up, it could be tough.
Ash Odom with nearly 2,000 yards last season. Free play for Caswell as he checks it down to Odom behind the line of scrimmage, hammered in the backfield for a loss, but that won't matter as it looks like they will get a free 5 yards as we had some MeUndies laundry on the field.
Neutral zone infraction, number 98, defense.
Surprised Caswell, the vet, didn't audible out of that play and say, or not audible, but just chuck it to one of his wide receivers.
Just throw it deep.
Play. Like I did and got intercepted, but that's for another game.
Several new sponsors for the SFL this season. We will touch base on some of them tonight. You'll see some of the ads scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Caswell going deep on this play, connects with Chris Curtis all the way down to the 20, breaks a tackle, breaks another one at the 10, and he's into the end zone for a Queen City touchdown. Talking about scoring fast and quickly, there's another.
My first oh no of the season, I think.
I think it was.
Ooh, need to get the old pacemaker. Turn it down a little bit. That was a great play. Chris Curtis, just a grown man. They're breaking tackles from this Queen City, I mean, for the Chicago secondary. And yeah, that's how you help your quarterback out.
Chris Curtis, 1,241 yards and 9 touchdowns last season. He's never cracked double-digit touchdowns, but has one here early in this game. Could be the season where he finally gets double digits by the end.
Well, he's 1/10 of the way there. 10%, baby.
Plenty of games to go.
My math's improved for season 12.
Well, let's not count those chickens quite yet. Extra point is up and through, and now 2 minutes into the game, we're knotted back up. So, you know, I wasn't really expecting them to quite score this quickly, Matt. That was pretty impressive from both teams. So make sure you follow us on social media. Simulation FL, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, all of them. Follow us everywhere. Ball's teed up, kickoff back underway. Carter takes it back at his 10-yard line, running it up right up the seam into a host of tacklers, gets it up to the 29-yard line. And Matt, MeUndies, they're the most comfortable underwear in the world. Use the promo link in the scroll below. That'll be coming soon. Portion of your purchase supports the SFL. Give the gift of comfort with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, free shipping and returns.
As a man who has to sit all day, I appreciate that.
Their signature soft and stretchy MeUndies. First down and 10 from the 29. Ball is handed off to Willis, running up the middle again. This time a gain of 6 brings up a second down and 4.
So both situations, well, the run set up the pass for Queen City. For Chicago, we haven't really seen the pass. We've just seen the run set up the run. So interested to see what these 3 wides and a tight end can do. That's a boatload of talent.
Yeah, plenty of receiving options for E.T. King. Willis takes a handoff on second down. Gains 3. He'll bring up a third and manageable 1.
Now the X factor on the Queen City line is Big Jeff Duffy, to see if he gets involved, getting some pressure on the quarterback or stuffing a big run or two.
3 backs in the backfield, nearly a full house formation here on third down and 1. Willis gets the handoff, running along the right-hand side, gets enough for the first down, tackled by Avery King.
Not a bad start. 75 yards at 7 minutes to go.
No big deal. No big deal.
My only concern is I've only seen runs out of this offense. You don't want to tire out your halfback too early.
First down and 10 from the Chicago 42-yard line. Staying in the same formation, just flipping it to the other side. Willis running up the middle again. Another big gain of 7. Second down and 3.
They're trying to prove me wrong here. Run, run, run. 7 yards here, 5 yards here. Jared Willis just showing the great speed, you know. Nice blocking. Clear hole, gets what he can, and then, you know, 2 guys bring him down. That's a well-run play. Hard run for Willis, so we'll see if he continues to be a part of this drive going forward.
Nacho C. Carrillo in the chat asking if he's going to have 30-plus carries for the game. He might have 30-plus carries in the first quarter. King hands it off to Willis again. Oh, just shy of another first down. Right up to the 49-yard line, brings up a 3rd down and 1.
Jeff Duffy going high to polish him off, saying, you know, might want to think about running the ball. Those hits can add up. Make your running back a little bit shell-shy. Shell-shocked, whatever. Gun-shy. It's great to combine things together.
That's right. If you can get 2 sayings in one, it's twice as fun. Willis easily getting the first down. King with another tackle up to the 46-yard line.
At least they're not Andy Hamilton. He just makes up weird stuff on the spot. And yeah, another run. Have we seen a pass yet this drive? I don't think so.
I don't think
all game
King
we haven't
has
seen
a pass yet. Yeah. Well, actually, I think they started off with one, didn't they? J.C. Torres with a reception on the very first play from scrimmage, and then they handed off to Willis and saw how well that worked and never went back to the pass quite yet. They might now. 2nd down and 11, loss of 1 on that run to the right.
This is what I was afraid of. I mean, it's early in the game, tie game, but if you're going to feature your running back this many times in a row, eventually the defense is going to catch on, and eventually that boy's going to need some Gatorade, but looks like they've decided to change plans.
2 other SFL games on right now. 31 of you with us. We know you have your choice of SFL action. We appreciate you being with us here. King will throw down the right-hand sidelines. Incomplete. Bounced, I believe it bounced off the hands of Buchanan Simons. It may have been swatted away by Zane Doty.
Yeah, I think Zane Doty got his mid on it and said, no, Matumbo style.
No. So that brings up a 3rd down and 11. This will be their longest 3rd down of the night.
This is where your DT comes in right here. There's no help for E.T. King. Let's see if we get some pressure on him.
So Jeff Duffy on the line coming. King, quick pass over the middle. Incomplete, but they mark it as a fumble. Recovered by Chicago, I believe. Yeah, he never had possession of that, but it was recovered by Chicago. So, if anything, I would expect to see a challenge, and we do.
Nostradamus strikes again.
So let's take a look. It's a Harry's close shave, close call challenge.
He gets his arm on it, but I don't think he has. Yeah, I just don't think he has possession. He gets his hand on it, but he doesn't really bring it in.
I agree.
After review, the receiver did have possession. It is therefore ruled a fumble.
What?
Will not be charged with a timeout.
So I believe Ref 62 has misspoken.
Oh.
I believe it is. The fumble was what was overturned.
Yeah. Okay.
So sometimes, listen, it's late at night. He's had a long week.
It's Ref 62.
It's Ref 62. Needless to say, 4th down, punt is away. Queen City will let it bounce down, and it will be taken back into the end zone for a touchback. So, Matt, from shave sets to handles, Harry's provides quality craftsmanship. It's made in Germany. More than 600 engineers, designers, craftsmen, and chemists make Harry's products from the finest materials and ingredients to ensure they perform as well as they possibly can. We'll have a promo link for you that'll be down below once that launches. A portion of your purchase will help support the SFL. Harry's the official razor of the SFL. Caswell throwing deep down the left-hand side, trying to hit Curtis again. That time well defended by Blake Hamrick. Pass is incomplete, 2nd down and 10. And Matt, let's take a look at this Chicago Wildcats defense. A couple of key linebackers Dylan Rowland and Clint Hendershot. At cornerback, Blake Hamrick, who we just saw, and Jesse Vick. At safety, Maurice Spurgeon and A.J. Barnes. And an interesting fact about this team as a whole that I will get to after this play. Caswell under pressure and sacked. Brought down for a big loss. Clint Hendershot in on that one.
Chicago brought the heat, I think, and AJ wasn't ready for it.
No, he absolutely wasn't. He might have been not ready for it because Clint Hendershot, even though he's a stud linebacker with 13 tackles for a loss last season, had 0 sacks. So that's rare, uncharted territory for him. Caswell looking to throw, 3rd down and 13, finds his target down the right sideline. J.K. Johnson III, the undrafted rookie, with the reception and a 1st down at the 38.
Congratulations, rookie, your first ever SFL catch.
And
clean, look how clean his pocket is.
Yeah, he had all day.
A veteran like Caswell has that much time to peruse the field. He's going to find an open receiver.
Jesse Vick on the coverage couldn't quite get there. Looked like a deep comeback route. So, Matt, Chicago is one of the few, it might even be the only team. You might be able to tell me this one. I believe it's the only team that had no changes to their star players during this past offseason. None. They all came back. Out route on the left-hand side is complete. Gain of 7 brings up a 2nd down and 3.
And that's great for team cohesion. It's like what we had in Mexico City last season, and even this season we only had 1 change. So it helps when everybody knows each other. They know where the ball is going. They know what their quarterback's looking for. They know how to block. So, I think it's a very beneficial situation for them.
That last pass was hauled in by Stephen Hacker, their 14th overall pick. Ash Odom with the carry that time, loss of 3, tackled in the backfield by A.J. Barnes. 3rd down and 6. So back-to-back passes to rookie receivers. One of them undrafted, the other picked 14th overall.
I'll get the young talent out there and see what it can do. Especially they're going to need it on this play here.
Another 3rd down and long. Caswell under center will throw. Quick pass over the middle, and that one is also hauled in by Hacker for a 1st down. No, excuse me, that one was Chris Curtis.
The old vet showing the rooks how it's done. It's great to have a guy like Curtis where these young guys can learn and come in and say, this is how you run routes, boys, in the pro level.
Multiple seasons with 1,000+ yards for Chris Curtis. Caswell back to throw, pocket somewhat collapsing. Hendershot with his hands on the ball, and he couldn't quite haul it in.
That's why he's called Hendershot, not Handershot.
Well, Hendershot is one heck of a linebacker with 80 tackles last season. I mentioned 13 for a loss, but yeah, no picks. No picks. He's not known for, catching.
Hey, he's a linebacker. I'll give him a break. That's why he doesn't play wide receiver.
He catches running backs.
That's more important.
That's right. A.J. Caswell under center takes the snap, out route to the right-hand side. That one intended for Hacker, but I believe incomplete as he was out of bounds.
Yeah, floated it a little bit, and Hacker kind of ran that too far out. Rookie mistake. First game of the season, he'll learn.
Caswell strutting back to the line for another 3rd down and long. 4 receiver set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Caswell stepping up into the pocket, firing deep over the middle, and that one is incomplete. With all of his star receiving talent, he throws it to one of the backups, Villanueva.
Yeah, that was just
catches about as well as
Hendershot.
Hendershot.
Villanueva, if I say so myself.
I believe so.
Well, again, with all that time in the pocket, found the open man, but that's only half the battle. He was a receiver, have to help your quarterback, especially on an easy reception like that.
So kicker punter Ricky Matthews will punt this one away from his own 40-yard line, trying to hit it back into the corner. And Chicago will retake the field on offense.
You got a penalty?
It's like some more MeUndies laundry on the field. Matt's favorite call, clipping.
Let's see if we get a replay here. Or no. Ref 62 says there will be no replay of my clipping calls because
they're questionable at best.
At best, yes. a little loose with the clips.
So the Chicago offense will take back over at their own 8-yard line. Offset I formation, 2-receiver set.
Gotta hope Jared Rose is fresh and ready to go.
King will pass on first down, firing deep down the left side. Tipped and nearly intercepted. I was going to say nearly complete, nearly intercepted. It was both. J.C. Torres, the intended target. Let's take a look here, Matt, at this Queen City defense. Defensive tackle Jeff Duffy, you've mentioned him. At linebacker, number 44, Avery King. We mentioned him as well. Cornerbacks, Pharaoh Raines. He was an undrafted rookie, and Oscar Dunkley returning for his second season with the Corsairs. And at safety, Zane Doty, Achilles Frank, and Nacho Sicario. Out route to the left-hand side, hauled in by Torres for a nice gain of 9, brings up a 3rd down and 1.
Here's where you give it to Wilson and say, son, get the first down. Get your 1 yard any way you can.
Willis takes a handoff here, runs straight up the middle, gets the first down easily up to the 19-yard line as we tick down to 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
It's fireworks, first 2 possessions. Now these teams have kind of defensive have kind of adjusted, and these running backs have kind of been more down to earth.
I know. I was waiting for
they could explode at any minute.
Huge high-scoring game, and then they're like, nah, we're just going to run it. King in the gun, quick pass over the middle, complete for a first down up to the 34-yard line. That one hauled in by Buchanan Simons.
There's using your weapons properly. Wide open, finds a soft spot in the zone, right in the middle of the field. Little post route there. Nice and simple. Again, I'm waiting for Duffy to show up and get pressure because he really needs to get King out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, the times the King has passed, he's just kind of stood back there in the pocket, really looking comfortable. Another quick pass over the middle. That time, King gets his hands on the ball.
And that time, there was some pressure on King.
A little king-to-king connection there. One that they didn't want, of course. Well, E.T. King didn't want it. Avery King wanted that ball. Shout out to those of you in the chat. Rainman, Rocklax, Nacho, Sicario, Achilles Frank, Corey Carter, Beef Supreme. Now I want a taco. And that run good for a gain of 4. So you take a look at the halfback comparison. Not really quite comparable yet.
Well, I said Chicago.
Yeah.
I said Chicago had to stop Odom. They've done that, but then they haven't taken advantage of those 7 yards, and the first quarter is almost over.
Ashley Jackson also here with us tonight, Matt. King back to pass, firing deep down the left hash. That one's hauled in all the way up to the 31-yard line. Corey Carter.
There you go. Reverse commentator here. They needed to go deep. They needed a big play, and King delivers. Again, clean pocket. Steps, fires, and just pretty much wide open. Put it right where his receiver could catch it, and kept running.
Huge play to convert for the first down. Nacho Sicario in the chat, brown nosing a little bit, but thanks, buddy.
I don't mind. Keep going.
King deep down the right side has another man wide open, and that one's in for a touchdown. Buchanan Simons.
Where did the coverage go? Just put that one right over the top.
Well, they tried to lull him to sleep with 38 runs and then 2 deep passes.
Yeah, that's safety. He's got to come over. He's got to see that Simons beat Farrell Reigns there and help out the young man.
So hey, we said we weren't seeing very much scoring, and well, fix that problem. There's more points. Extra
right
point
before
is
the half,
up and through. 14-7, Chicago leading over the Corsairs here in their home opener in week 1. Jesus Garcia has the ball teed up, ready to kick it back off to the Corsairs. Ball is fielded back at the 10-yard line. Johnson returning it up to the 29. That'll bring us to the end of quarter number 1. 3 quarters left to go here in the Windy City. Home team up at 14-7.
Put your 2s up.
So first down and 10 for A.J. Caswell as he drops back looking to throw. Out route to the left-hand side, complete by Chris Curtis for a gain of 8. Brings up a second down and 2.
Yeah, and that's who Caswell needs to go back to, his trio of receivers.
So we see the star players listed here on the Queen City offense. Caswell, Odom, Johnson, Curtis, and Hacker. Offset I formation on second down and 2. Maybe you'll see another dose of Ash Odom, trying to get him more involved in the game. Odom takes the handoff to the right-hand side, unblocked all the way, untouched all the way up to the 49-yard line. Nice gain for a first down.
I thought they had him caught in the backfield, but Odom was just too fast. Right there, 33. A.J. Barnes just got roasted.
Hendershot ends up bringing him down from behind. It's hard to get away from Hendershot once he's got his hands on you. Matt, we called a couple Chicago games last season, and, man, Hendershot can put some punishing hits on a back.
Yeah, he's already done a couple tonight.
Odom takes the handoff, finding a hole. Gains about 4. Hendershot was there, joined by a host of other Chicago tacklers. Second down and 6.
That's one thing you got to give the advantage to the Chicago defense is they do have 2 key linebackers, both inside and outside, where Queen City only has 1. So it's going to be harder to get past that first level if you're Chicago.
3 receiver set, split backs in the backfield. Caswell to throw. Ooh, dangerous pass into coverage, complete to J.K. Johnson III for a first down up to the 40. That was well covered.
Yeah, Dylan Rowland was all over him, but there's your wide receiver versus linebacker matchup, and usually favors the receiver.
Yeah, and an experienced quarterback like Caswell is going to see that and try to take advantage of it. 4 receivers set here on first down and 10. Caswell out route to Chris Curtis. Again, we've seen that a couple times tonight. Been successful for about the same amount of yardage. I think the last one was 8 yards. That one for 6. Second down and 4.
Great decision by Caswell. The blitz was coming again. Linebackers were incoming. So just get rid of it. Take your check down, first down, get 6 yards, and march on from there. Good time to get Odom involved again.
Keep an eye on J.K. Johnson in the slot, uncovered right now, but Odom takes the handoff here, gains 2, and brings up a third down and 2.
It's a tricky spot here. I have to see how long the 2 is. But Asherham's a great back, but Rowland and Hendershot are great linebackers, and I'd spread them out and run it up the middle, make those linebackers not play under center.
Odom takes the handoff, hit in the backfield for a huge loss. Dylan Rowland.
Yeah, see, that's not my preferred play call, the outside stretch. And linebackers were playing outside to begin with, so Better to audible that to the inside where those two guys are lurking.
Ricky Matthews on to punt again. They were close to field goal range, but not quite close enough. Not with that tackle for a loss. So Dylan Rowland saving his team from letting up some points. Matthews makes that ball drop at the 2-1, and it is down at the 3-yard line.
Exceptional special teams in Queen City.
Yeah, that was a great job jumping up, grabbing it, and just falling.
Yeah, how many times you see these guys run to the end zone? Look at him. He's just like, boop.
Yep,
Can't get any closer than that.
Hops back up before anybody can notice that he was almost laying on the goal line.
No, the ball was not.
He's like, whoop, better get up. Don't want them to see.
All right, Queen City better be ready for the run here because it's coming.
Jeff Duffy on the line waiting for this one. Willis takes a handoff, trying to run right through the defensive line. Not very much on that one, held to only 2.
You know, though, when I'm this close to the goal line, I consider any gain a good one.
Yes.
You don't want to start going backwards and into safety situation. You have to give it to your back, but you're kind of risking a lot.
Queen City defensive line shifting. 3-receiver set. Ball is handed off to Willis again. Nice gain that time. Brings a 3rd down and 3 after a gain of 5.
Those Avery King shots sound like potato chips crunching. Over some Doritos.
Sounds like nachos crunching, man. Ooh. Don't forget Nacho Cicarillo patrolling the backfield. The defensive backfield, that is. Willis taking the ball and wishing he hadn't, as Avery King wrecks him in the backfield for a huge loss. Only a loss of 2 yardage-wise, but huge because it brings up another 4th down.
Yeah, we'll have to see how comfortable Chicago's punter is, if he has to get it off in a hurry or if he can take his whole out. I think this is going to be a quick punt, which is going to give Queen City some great field position here. I'm going to guess the 39.
Yeah, he's not able to step fully into it. And it's even better for Queen City than you thought, Matt, as J.K. Johnson III returns it up to the Chicago 34-yard line, and Queen City will get their best starting field position of the night. 34 of you here with us tonight. 35, it just keeps going up. Appreciate everybody being here. Mastermind, Cameron Irvine joining us in the chat, Matt. Corey Carter, can't remember if I mentioned him yet or not. And many, many more. Appreciate all of you being here with Matt and I as we start our Week 1 broadcast here in Season 12. So happy that it's back underway. Ash Odom, also happy that the season's going again, as he runs for a nice gain of 7 up to the Chicago 27-yard line. And Matt, look at that average. 4.1 per carry. That's what you want to see out of your halfback.
Yeah, it's a little low for Odom standards, but you know, he's had some good games and bad games, but if you're averaging 4, yeah, that's kind of what you want to see. And he's able to explode at any time, so Chicago better watch their P's and Q's.
Yeah, absolutely. Odom averaging 6 yards per carry over last season. Ooh, that time hitting the backfield and fighting his way up, trying to get a first down just shy, brings up a 3rd down and 1.
That time they ran past Dylan Rowland, who I thought was going to make the tackle. So now, again, we have this 3rd and 1 situation. And again, you got Odom, so just give him the ball up the middle, get that first.
You got Odom, but you got Johnson, Curtis, and Hacker waiting to catch balls too. This time, only 2 receivers on the field. Odom does take the handoff. Offset I formation, running his way up to the 20-yard line, and another Queen City first down.
They ran off tackle again. First time they did that on 3rd down, it was a disaster. But this time, Ash Odom makes it work, and Queen City's got a fresh 3 downs to go. And
it's all about the blocking, right, Matt? I mean, if they can at least get that one guy that's going to be coming into the backfield, pick him up, and then it was kind of clean sailing for him from there. Caswell to throw, out route, right-hand side, complete.
Oh,
that pass hauled in by Stephen Hacker with his 2nd reception in his early SFL career.
And Jesse Vick just got plastered at the end of this play. That's making a statement. Watch the end of this. Watch old Jesse Vick, if it shows it. He just gets a face full.
Hacker says,
too bad. That's a big, powerful receiver.
Let's take a look at Chris Curtis. 4 receptions for 80 yards already tonight. One of those being his lengthy touchdown pass early in the first quarter. Odom off tackle to the left. Should have been a tackle for a loss, but he gets a short gain, brings up a 3rd down and 3.
Yep, and now I think you got to pass it here. You got enough space. I don't know about Odom for 3. It's possible, but you got all these weapons. I would use them.
There's the fullback in the game. And they do hand it off to Odom, off tackle to the right. Wrapped up by a host of linebackers, including Clint Hendershot.
You know, when Chicago runs that 3-4 defense, so those outside runs are going to be a little more tougher to execute because you've got more speedier linebackers on the edge and on the outside.
So Ricky Matthews back onto the field again. He's a busy man doing the kicks and the punts. This one from 30 yards away. Field goal try is up and through. Queen City will close the gap a little bit. Chicago 14, Queen City 10.
It's kind of turned into kind of a grindy kind of old-time Chicago Bears kind of contest. You know, it's all about defense, holding people to field goals. But we'll see. Chicago had a lot of success their last drive. Deep ball. Maybe they unleash it again.
Kickoff is away, fielded back at the 10-yard line. Corey Carter trying to get some yards out of this one. Gets his way up to the 33, his best return of the night. And he's letting the crowd cheer him on.
Trying to pump up the crowd saying, yep, we're back on offense. Let's
and
go.
Still a touchdown lead.
Look at that beautiful dome.
I love domes. A lot of people say football is an outdoor game. I say I like being comfortable. E.T. King to throw on first down. Out route to the left-hand side. Complete for a gain of 10 up to the 44-yard line. Actually a gain of 11. Will give Chicago a first down.
That's a great out route concept because he had plenty of room to turn up the field and gain extra yards. Especially on a first down, too. That's just a real winner.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is not going to be a run to Jared Willis.
It's a draw.
It's a J or an E.T. King draw. Nope, King going deep over the middle. That pass batted away. Avery King has been everywhere on the field tonight with a pass defense.
Yeah, he's been the biggest impact player for this defense for sure.
So to bring up a second down and 10 from the Chicago 44-yard line, just inside 3 minutes to go here in the first half. King will throw, checks it down to Willis behind the line of scrimmage, hit right at the line, but somehow still able to gain 3 yards. I'll bring up a third down and 7.
Lucky the Willis rudder ran him out of bounds because could have had a lot more.
So 4 receivers set here on third down and 7. King under center. Willis in the backfield. 7-step drop for King has all day just waiting for something to happen. Decides to check it down to Willis, who gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and tackled for only a gain of 1. Will bring up a 4th down and 6.
Yeah, Queen City only sent 3, dropped the rest and said, we dare you to throw it.
Yep,
and
trusting in their defense. They have quite a secondary.
And King's like, I got the lead. I'm not going to do anything stupid. So probably for the best.
As we mentioned earlier, 5-star defensive backs for the Queen City Corsairs. And Matt, that will bring us to the Quip 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Ash Odom's average going down just a little bit as the Chicago defense is just not letting him get anything going tonight. Caswell making a change to the play at the line. Out route to the left-hand side to Chris Curtis, who gains 5, runs out of bounds, and runs over E.T. King on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Matt, the Quip design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with timed vibrations, brush head refills for only $5, refilled every 3 months. It's covered for life with free shipping for life. You can try it for 30 days and support the SFL with the promo code that'll be scrolling below. A portion of your purchase does support the SFL. Quip, a more wholesome clean. Odom takes the handoff, gains the first down and more up to the 31-yard line. And Queen City's just going to let the clock keep running.
And they got 3 timeouts. They don't want to pull a Wilson and throw 2 pick sixes to, switch the momentum totally in the game.
You
so
definitely don't want to pull a Wilson.
Yeah.
It's bad. Caswell under center, 3 receivers set. Caswell to throw, firing straight to the Chicago defense. It looked like that pass was intended for the Chicago defensive back. Brandon Beasley had his hands on it first, and then Blake Hamrick tried to pick it off on the bounce. Neither one could haul it in. 2nd down and 10.
I almost commentator cursed Caswell there. It looked like a pick.
You don't want to throw a pick 6. Oh, there it is. Not yet, Matt. Not yet. Caswell hands the ball off to Odom, trucking his way through the defenders, brings up a 3rd down and 6, and Queen City will call their first timeout.
You mean it's a questionable timeout? I'd rather just run no huddle there and see what you get. Because by using that timeout, if there's an incompletion, guess what? Chicago gets the ball back, plenty of time, and 3 timeouts.
That's why I had to check to see who was calling the timeout, because it could have been either team. In fact, I was kind of banking on that one being Chicago. A 3rd down, and it's not an easy 6. Crowd here in Chicago, the home crowd in Chicago on their feet, making all sorts of noise. Caswell out route. It's not going to be enough. Hacker with the reception, but gains only 4, brings up a 4th down and 2. And not only is that not get them a first down, Matt, but it stops the clock again.
Don't run a route like that. Short of the line to gain and out of bounds. I mean, it's just a sack would have been better there.
Right. At least the clock would have still been running, or Chicago would have had to burn a timeout. But instead, it is what it is now. Ricky Matthews takes the ball at his own 27-yard line, boots it away. Ball is fielded and returned up to the 25 by Buchanan Simons. So 75 yards, 1:03 seconds, and all 3 timeouts for E.T. King and company to try to get back down into scoring position. Jesus Garcia can kick the field goal, or I'm sure they'd much rather put another 6 on the board.
Yeah, and this is what I was just going to say. Get all your wide receivers out there. Let them run. See if you can get a big play here. Queen City in their kind of prevent-ish 3-man defensive line.
Plenty of receiving targets for King. That one hauled in by Shan Varner, the tight end. 1st down and 10 from their own 36-yard line. King taking a quick snap, firing even deeper over the middle. That time it is picked off. Hauled in by Nacho Sicario. Brought back to the 47-yard line, and just like that, Queen City back in action.
Nacho cheese forever.
Free nachos.
Nacho just Johnny on the spot, right man at the right time, and just good ball skills there. And now Queen City's kind of in Chicago's place. It's in way better field position. I mean, if I'm them, I don't mind throwing a few outs and trying to get a field goal. But we'll see what they dial up here.
Caswell changing the play at the line, offset I formation. Caswell hit and sacked for a loss of 4 on the play. Hurries back to the line. Nobody had to go too far. He hadn't even gone anywhere. Odom wrapped up and tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Queen City will burn their 2nd timeout on another 3rd down and long.
Okay.
According
they better
to
hope they can get.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, we can't both go ahead. I'll go ahead. According to Rain Man in the chat, every home game when Nacho gets a pick, everyone gets free nachos. So, Matt, we will definitely be heading to Western New York to call the game because I want me some free nachos.
Yeah.
Caswell to throw on 3rd and 13, throwing it long enough, but into the hands of the Chicago defense. Maurice Spurgeon getting his hands on the ball, and A.J. Barnes in the area. Brings up a 4th and 13, and they stop the clock again, but this time only with 28 seconds to spare.
Well, I mean, they did throw the ball, ahead of the first down marker, but
Right.
unfortunately, it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I mean, at least it wasn't another out route behind the sticks. Those are so frustrating.
Yeah.
Matthews punts it away. This time fielded at the 19-yard line, returned up to the 21, and E.T. King bringing his offense back out on the field, but only 20 seconds to go. Still with all 3 timeouts. Do you think that they're just going to hand it off to Willis and see if he can get anything going, or are they going to try to get some chunk plays through the air?
Nah, I just run it and say, you know what? It's been exciting enough. It's not that 4-point game. No big deal. I mean, you don't want to throw an interception here.
Hey. Oh, free play, though, and they hand it off to Willis. The Undies Laundry on the field again. I'm sure this one will be accepted.
Neutral zone infraction, number 95, defense. Repeat, first down.
Not sure how much it's going to affect.
Yeah, probably not at
Decision
all. I don't think it
but watch them play flea flicker bomb it. That would be exciting.
So, Matt, the Chicago Wildcats, as we mentioned earlier, a team that stayed completely together from last season. No roster turnover at all. And not only that, but there's, more than half of the roster has been with the team for 4 seasons since its inception. It's very impressive. Willis taking the handoff here, getting a gain of about 3. Brings up a 2nd down and 3, and I believe that will end our first half as they let the clock tick down to 0.
Waving the white flag for the half. Good, it's a good move.
So your score at the half, Queen City 10, Chicago 14. We will be back after a brief halftime break. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Thunderdome here in Chicago, Illinois. Is that clouds I see through the dome now? What's this dome made of? Glass, or did they just paint that up?
Plexiglass. It's cool.
I like plexiglass.
So when it's a day game, it's sunny outside.
Why didn't they use transparent aluminum?
Well, it hasn't been invented yet.
Thought I saw that somewhere. Kickoff underway here to get the second half started. Queen City will get the ball first as they kick to start the game. This ball returned by Johnson up to the 28-yard line. And Matt, what are your overall thoughts so far on both of these teams and how they performed in the first half?
Well, Queen City's had a lot of the one explosive play to Curtis, and that was it. And then, some kind of efficient running by Odom, but they need to get this passing game juiced up, kind of loosen up Chicago a little bit so the run game a little bit more effective.
2 rookie receivers. You want to get them going.
Hey!
And now we see an A.J. Caswell run.
Oh! Ow!
Little designed run. You do see that from time to time out of Caswell. He is known for his QB draw. Gain of 6, second down and 4.
Took a little knock at the end of that one. I don't know. They've been knocking him all game. They knocked him over on the sidelines. No, that was Avery King.
That was E.T. King, yeah. That was E.T.
King.
Got
They're getting
out.
some revenge.
Yeah. Hit our quarterback, will hit yours. Odom trucking his way up the middle. Gains 4, but it was actually about 3.9. Brings up a third down in inches. And this is a opportunity where I would expect to see the A.J. Caswell run. I mean, it's inches.
Oh,
He can get inches. Either that or hand it off to your back that averaged 6 yards a carry last season. And they do. Runs off tackle to the right. Sprinting his way through A.J. Barnes, knocking him on his back up to the Queen City 44-yard line and a Queen City first down.
And there's the little bit of the Caswell we know and love. Popping people.
Odom?
Odom. Jesus. Jesus.
No,
Caswell ran the ball last.
Jesus is the kicker on Chicago, man.
Yep.
Odom. Odom with the handoff, and A.J. Barnes not getting knocked back that time. Tackles him right at the line of scrimmage, brings up a second down and 10.
Listen, it's hard enough. We got A.J. Barnes, A.J. Caswell. We've got
a pair of
multiple
Kings.
people. A pair of Kings and a partridge and a partridge.
And a Matt Wilson singing.
First of the year, folks. Enjoy.
First of many, I hope. 3 receiver split backs. Caswell running it himself. Brings up a third down and 7 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, that was Caswell on the run this time. Got to be careful. These Chicago linebackers are hungry. Wouldn't want to take a shot from Hendershot.
I was just going to say, Caswell keeps running. Hendershot's going to take his head off. Caswell making a change to the play. The line, 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Firing to the left-hand side, complete to Chris Curtis on a nice deep out route. Good for a first down. And, Matt, that's a much better play call if you're going to call the out route than the one we saw before the end of the half.
And that one was, you got to give your receiver, it's going to be past the sticks. And it'd be great to get your receiver some time to make a move. I mean, if he's going to go out of bounds, make sure it's past the first down marker if it's a third down. But if not,
Caswell under center will hand the ball off to Odom, running up the middle but can't get past the line of scrimmage. Tackled for no gain on the play. And Matt, quick shout out to Metalhead in the chat. Looks like he's a first-timer joining us tonight as he's asking, are people controlling this? And what you're watching is the Simulation Football League. We are a controllerless esport league, and basically it's a simulation where the players, there's star players, 12 on each team that are represented by actual human beings that control the player progression and build the player how they want, such as Ash Odom, who just got tackled for a loss, by Dylan Rowland, who's been tackling people for a loss all night long. And the playbooks are submitted by coaches based on the opponents they're going to be playing, and they scout, see what kind of plays they've been running and what kind of plays have been successful against them. And then we let the simulation run, and our broadcast team calls the game, so it's more interesting than just watching a quiet game. Stephen Hacker with the reception there brings up a 4th down and 5, and there's an example of an out route that was not good enough, Matt.
Think of it as a more complicated version of chess. There's just so many moves and counter moves. And, for the most part, it's a great job of running these plays. So no matter what your proficiency, no matter what your reflexes. Anybody can play, anyone's ready to participate in multiple ways.
We have a broadcast team, a stats team,
nice
special teams play there. Getting his leg in front of the ball. That's the second great special teams play by Queen City tonight.
I've seen some two beauties tonight. I don't think I've seen in my SFL career as a commentator or a player.
So, Metalhead, if you're interested in finding out more, visit our website, simulationfl.net. You can find a link to our Discord server. If you join our Discord server, give us a brief introduction, you can find out everything you'd like to know. You'd be added to our server and become part of a team or really any number of other things that you'd like to do. We'd be happy to have you. The more the merrier as we continue to grow.
Just a big, loving community of football fans.
So nice run there, 2nd down and 4. Now over 40 people watching. Matt, that's not a bad total when you got 3 games going on at the same time. I'm feeling the love from the SFL community. In spite of you, they're still here.
I know. I'm surprised myself.
King, short drop, out route, left-hand side, complete. But a very short gain will bring up a 3rd down and 3.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. I thought that was 3rd down, but since it was 2nd down, you know.
Yeah, it was 2nd and 6. So
3rd and 3 is a nice place to be, though. You know, you got Willis. He probably can get 3 yards. You got all those receivers and tight ends. We'll have to see what kind of formation they come out with. And I've seen this one before from the old Aztec playbook.
So King will throw, has time, fires deep over the middle, and has a receiver wide open. Buchanan Simons with another big reception.
Look at that. They gave their quarterback plenty of protection, had the fullback and the halfback there, and it was a nice little
deep post.
Yeah, deep post corner almost, and just nobody around him. So I like that those shotgun plays where you have the 2 backs and it just gives your quarterback all the time. If it's not available, you can just take off and run with it, or do some nifty moves like the Wilson special. I don't know what that is, but I just made it up.
I was waiting for the explanation. I wasn't sure. King to throw, fires down the right sideline, trying to hit Simons again, but that pass broken up, well covered by rookie Pharaoh Rains. Incomplete, brings up a 2nd down and 10.
There's been a lot of bouncing balls, footballs around tonight, and I don't know. There's a lot of interception opportunities that have gotten.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
The window. It feels a little bit like the first game of the season. These guys are still kind of. These rookies are getting used to the league, and the veterans are dusting things off a little bit from the offseason.
Willis takes a handoff, running up the middle for a gain of 2. Brings up a 3rd down and 8. They are in Queen City's side of the field. So we tick down to 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I think the longer this game goes on, the more E.T. King is going to matter, because Willis is starting to slow down a bit, and King has been more of the guy involved with moving the chains, and we'll see if he can do it here with no protection.
King in the gun, alone in the backfield, steps up into the pocket, fires into coverage, and that one is also picked off. Returning it up to the 38-yard line, hauled in by Jack Thomas, one of the backup strong safeties, which is crazy to see when you have 3-star safeties on the roster to begin with.
Yeah, 3 starting safeties. The backup comes in and, whoa, I have to see that play again. It looks like one guy tried to one-hand it, but then he missed.
I think it was deflected, and then, yeah.
Deflected.
Tip drill.
That was I knew one of those tips was going to pay off for either of these teams. Now, Caswell's got to settle down, get the offense in order, at least get a field goal and bring this to a one field goal game for the lead.
So Caswell in the gun to get this drive started. Hands the ball off to Odom on the draw, running up the middle. Gains a nice 4 yards and brings up a 2nd down and 6.
Now, when I see that, I think quarterback draw, and I think that's what Chicago was maybe keying on too. So the occasional draw out of that same formation isn't such a bad thing.
Right, yeah. I mean, when you have the legs that Caswell has and he can move the ball with his feet, And they showed that look a couple times and fool him by handing it off to Odom. It's a good move. Pressure coming. Ball checked down to Odom, and he gets first down yardage and more. Blake Hamrick went for the swat and missed.
Yeah, smart play by Caswell. It was a little bit of a iffy throw, but, the old vet got there, and Odom did the rest. And first down moves the chains closer to field goal range.
Caswell completing 67% of his passes last season. Ended with 2,642 yards, 16 touchdowns, but he did throw 21 picks. Ball is handed off to Odom on first down from midfield, gains 2 up to the 48-yard line.
There you see the duo of Hendershot and Rowland continue to bottle up Ash Odom. They can't keep rolling. It's going to be a tough one for Queen City. Like I said, their offense does not quite have the plethora of weapons that Chicago has.
Offset I formation here on second down. Ball is handed off to Odom, running off tackle. Nice block on the left side, but only able to gain 2 more. Brings up a second down and 6.
And again, a Queen City defender a Chicago Wildcat defender ran right past Odom. They had him dead to rights, but Odom's a shifty fella and a very powerful one, too.
4 receiver set here on third down and 6. Caswell making a change to the play at the line. Caswell throw out route to Hacker. Completes it. This time he's able to turn upfield for a first down.
Yep, that time Hacker ran the route well. Gave himself room to kind of get up the field, which he had to do. If he's tackled right at the spot, he's short. So
well, in that time the ball was lined up on the left hash. So
yep.
That's if you're going to throw an out route and your primary read is on the right-hand side and it's a 4-yard, 5-yard out route and you have 6 or 7 to gain, you better be throwing it to the side opposite the hash that you're on, so you have the yardage to go. There's Clint Hendershot. I've been waiting for a hit like that all night.
Odom's going nowhere.
Nope. Sit down, son. No running today. Matt, I remember there was a game last season that you and I were calling. I couldn't help it. I was dying. Hendershot was crushing the running back like he had a personal vendetta against him. Another out route for Hacker, complete for a gain of 5, third down and 5 as he scoots out of bounds. But I can't remember what game it was. I want to say it was Carolina. It was Chicago versus Carolina, and Hendershot was just destroying the running back all game long. Vicious hits.
Yeah, one of the NFL or SFLs. Jeez, too many leagues. I've been hitting the head 120 times, folks. I'm a quarterback. One of the best linebackers this league has to offer, definitely.
Caswell to throw. This time it is swatted away. Pass is broken up and incomplete. Brings up a 4th down and 5.
Decision.
Well, they might have gone a little bit too much to the out route well.
Yeah, I guess they got to punt it.
From the 32. Wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It would have been a 49-yard attempt from here.
Yeah, and a dome.
Outside of, go ahead.
If you had paid your kicker a little bit, it's makeable. But yeah, now you got a punt. This is a very important punt.
Another good special teams play, it looks like, as it bounces down and out of bounds at the 5. Ooh. Excellent punt by Ricky Matthews. And, Matt, that is obviously some of what goes into the decision-making by a coach, isn't it? I mean, Ricky Matthews, 49 yards. He might have made it, might not. There's no wind here in the dome. But, even if you have perfect conditions, if he misses, then Chicago gets the ball back with a touchdown lead at about midfield, whereas now, a short, easy punt gets it out of bounds at the 5, 95 yards to go.
Yeah, 4-point lead, but correct. And
touchdown game is, I guess, what I meant. So.
Queen City's got to hope that they can just bottle up Willis here, and 3 yards isn't exactly bottling them up. So I have a feeling Chicago's got enough breathing room where they're gonna try the pass here. Chicago's got to be careful now. They don't go too nuts and throw a pick this deep in your opponent territory.
Willis takes a handoff again. Leandis Laundry down on the field. Gain of about 3, but we'll see if this one's going to come back.
Clipping, number 14, offense.
And we do have clipping called on Buchanan Simon, so this will be coming back.
Ooh, 15 yards of clipping. Goodness. Oh,
That one will be half the distance, yeah. Which will bring them back to about their own 4-yard line.
That's a bummer. Now Willis has to maybe get another carry unless they want to get real interested in throwing the ball, but I don't think so.
So 2nd and 10 from the 5. Ball is handed off to Willis and runs up the middle again, gains basically the penalty yardage back, will bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, but that was about the least offensive clipping call I've ever seen. They didn't really lose that much.
Yeah, I know. I checked the line of scrimmage on the previous play, and I thought, well, it'll go back to about the 3 or 4. No, okay, it's at the 5. I think they called it from where it actually happened, which is already a little way down the field. King will throw, fires over the middle for 1st down yardage. That one complete to, I believe, the fullback, Alfonso Freeney. A not very often used target.
Yeah, they thought the good old Alfonso.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You have 3 star wide receivers and a star tight end. Why not dump it down to the fullback? I didn't see it coming.
Oh, fooled everybody, even me. That's not hard, though.
Split backs in the backfield. Self-deprecating Matt here. King to throw. Checks it down to Willis behind the line of scrimmage, breaking 1 tackle. Can't break through Avery King. But he gains about 9.5, 2nd down and inches. As we reach the end of the 3rd quarter, put your 4s up. Queen City 10, Chicago 14. 1 quarter of SFL action left to go. You're watching the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Matt, season 12 just getting started. Plenty of weeks here left to go in this one. So we're just wrapping up week 1 action tonight. Willis takes the handoff here, easily gets the 1st down, untouched until about a 4-yard gain, brings it up to the 37-yard line. And another Chicago 1st down. And Matt, one of the things that was interesting to see for me this offseason was the elimination of conferences. How do you feel that that's going to play into things as we get closer to the end of the season? I mean, now there's less guarantees, I would say, for the teams in the lead, because just because you have a high rate or high record doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be the highest rated in your conference, because they're gone.
Yeah. So if you're, you were a lower win team, we're the 2nd seed, it's not going to be the case. It's going to be the best 10 get in, which to me means more tiebreakers. Which means more math, which means I'm going to get more confused.
Yeah, you just need to wait for the official playoff bracket to be released. But that's okay. 2nd down and 8. Willis taking it up the middle for another gain of 4, brings up a 3rd down and 4. And we've seen a lot of plays like this out of Willis, where he's just getting these, not huge yards, but enough. I mean, if you're getting 4 yards to carry, that's a 1st down every 3 runs.
Going back to the playoffs, you also see in other leagues where you have teams with losing records getting into the playoffs, or teams that win, 4 or 5 more games
miss out.
And losses are, so
yeah, that's unacceptable.
You get the best matchups you can.
Only a 2-yard gain that time will bring up a 4th down and 2, and Chicago will have to once again punt the ball away. But yeah, Matt, that's an excellent point, and I think that's one of the things that the SFL was possibly going for, is to make sure that we're getting the best teams in, and not necessarily teams that just happen to be high up in their conference if they weren't necessarily the best in the league. This punt fielded at the 18-yard line, quickly wrapped up and tackled for almost no gain. They'll mark it at the 20-yard line. 8:42 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Man, after that first quarter, it's we've got 7 points after the first quarter, or 3 or 4? I don't even know. I don't think they've scored since the first quarter. It's kind of been 2 teams kind of moving the ball down the field, but kind of stalling. You know, 4 points is a big deal in this game. Any team scores a touchdown, that's going to be a huge blow.
Caswell to throw, checks it down behind the line of scrimmage to Odom, breaking a tackle and getting up to the 29-yard line before he is escorted out of bounds. 2nd down and 1.
I mean, if Queen City goes for a long drive here, that clock, that was a bit of a wobbler by Caswell, but like I always say, I've thrown some in my days. As long as it gets there and it's caught, it's all that matters.
Another SFL action going on right now. New Orleans has the lead over Houston in the 4th quarter, 24-12. London trailing San Francisco by 4. They're down 21-17 in California. 2nd down and 1. Caswell under center. Offset I formations immediately wrapped up and brought down. Maurice Spurgeon with a big tackle for a loss. Only had 3 last season. But he can put one on the board right now.
Oh, he's 33% right there. My math is improving. That off-tackle run has not been very fruitful for Queen City. They've got one good Odom run, but again, with all these linebackers, there's nowhere to go.
Big 3rd down here for Caswell, and he's wrapped up and sacked. Caswell waving for someone to come over to him, too. Queen City stuffed yet again. They'll once again have to punt it back to the Chicago Wildcats. And Matt, when there's multiple games going on and you want to keep track of all the action, but you only want to watch your favorite broadcasters in the whole SFL, I'm not saying anyone in particular, but you know, you can still keep track of the scores of the other games just like I just did. Download the ScoreStream app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, and make sure you follow all the SFL teams and just jump right into the app and you'll see all the current scores.
You know, I almost think this is a put-away drive for Chicago. They could somehow manage to throw a touchdown here. The way this game's been going, it's like a 21-point lead.
And good starting field position for Chicago. From their own 44-yard line, handing the ball off to Willis. Getting another one of those 4 to 5 yard gains. 127 yards on the day. Obviously, a lot of them were that one big run he had to get the game going.
Yeah, but nice play there. Churning the legs, getting 5 instead of 3. Those extra yards make all the difference in the world. And that clock is 7 minutes. It's not as much time as you'd think.
Willis running way around the left-hand side, trying to get the first down, but he's wrapped up and tackled by Achilles Frank. 3rd down and 1.
Well, this could be worse for Queen City, actually, because now to get a first down, there's 3 more plays that Chicago has to run some more clock. So see if they can stop him here.
King under center hands the ball off to Willis, getting that first down. Another gain of 4 brings up a 1st and 10 from the Queen City 43-yard line, and more time will continue to tick off this clock.
What you want to see. Tick, 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 tick.
Not of your Queen City.
They're not up on the line, so, you know.
King will throw out route to the left-hand side, nearly intercepted, but hauled in by Simons. Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3.
Now I think, let's see. Chicago probably has 5 yards, 4 yards to give before the field goal is a possibility. And it hasn't been pretty for E.T. King, but he's gotten the job done. He's played clean this half.
King under center here on 2nd down and 3, hands the ball off to Willis, sprinting up the middle for a big gain, all the way up to the 27-yard line, gain of 9. Brings up a 1st down and 10. Willis having a night.
Yeah, great run by Willis. Takes a little shot here right at the end of the play. Ow. But Achilles Frank taking some frustrations out of the young man. We have 5 now, almost under 5 minutes to go. First set of downs.
Willis takes a handoff again. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this throughout the rest of this evening. If he keeps on getting 4 to 5 yards per carry or more, as he just did there, why not just keep running it to him?
Yeah, call me conservative, but that would be my plan. Just run the ball 2 more times. If you don't get the first, kick the field goal, then you're up 7, and that puts all the pressure on Queen City. And your defense has played them very well. So
Willis taking another handoff for another gain of 5. First down and 10 from the 17. Another shout out to those of you joining us in the chat. I see Grayson Willis has joined us. Farrah Rains. Rain Man, been here all night. Achilles Frank. The Red Headband, which is a code name for a one Jeffrey Daggs of the Mexico City Aztecs, who wears a red headband under that helmet of his. Insider information. King hands the ball off to Willis for a gain of 4 that time. Second down and 6 from the 13.
just hit him up the middle. Hit him up the middle. Hit it, just body blow, body blow, body blow. Nothing fancy here, but time's a ticking, and 13 more yards to go for a touchdown, and that might seal the game. And here comes the full house formation.
Letting as much time tick off the clock as possible, as that handoff is taken by Enrico Bovino.
Ooh, it's the Bovino.
The Bovino is out on the field. Yeah, rare Bovino sighting.
The rare bovine. I'm sure he makes fine hamburgers too.
Oh my. Achilles Frank making threatening gestures on the field. E.T. King under center. Split backs in the backfield. Once again letting that clock tick down as they want to run out as much time as possible, giving Queen City hardly anything to go with. And wow, what an impressive stop. Huge, huge hit by Zane Doty, stopping him before he can get the first down. And we'll see Jesus Garcia, who Matt was calling on earlier for some reason, returning to the field to kick a field goal try.
Now Bovino was in on that run too, so what's going on?
Well, I saw Jesus heading out to the field. They called him back. Looks like they may go for it or just see. I mean, why not this late in the game? You can afford to burn a timeout. See if you can get him to jump. And they do not. And King will call a timeout. You know, and that's one of the few times I think I see them do that I don't mind. You know, I mean, that one, you know, they probably aren't going to need those timeouts. So Coach Shan Varner says, you know, see if we can get them to jump off sides and just ice this game. And if they don't, we call a timeout. Or honestly, they could have even just taken the penalty there and still would have been well within Garcia's range. You
want it easy as a kick for your your low-paid kicker as possible, because in the SFL I've seen some doozies missed from 25 yards.
So this kick from 24, kick is up and good. Extends Chicago's lead to a full 7 points now. And Queen City will get the ball back with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go with 2 timeouts, as they lost a challenge earlier on in the game. It was a Harry's close shave, close call challenge, and they lost. And this kick return going up past the 40-yard line. J.K. Johnson showing some moves and giving Queen City great starting field position.
At the old SFL wedge. You won't see that in other leagues, folks. We still believe in special teams.
That's right. We've seen a lot of great special teams tonight, quite frankly. And honestly, the best special teams have come from Queen City. And, it hasn't quite paid off for them on the scoreboard, but, definitely some promising looks out of their special teams squad thus far. So 3 receiver set, split backs for Caswell as he takes the snap in the gun. That pass batted away by Clint Hendershot. Not only does he level running backs, but he also plays good pass coverage.
I was saying, what a play by Hendershot. He got right in that passing lane because whatever receiver that was intended to was wide open.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from their own 42-yard line. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the ball game. Low snap for Caswell, firing out route to left-hand side. Incomplete for Chris Curtis. A very, very rare drop.
Yeah, those out routes, not working so well tonight. I mean,
no, they've either been behind the line to gain or, out of bounds when they're caught, or in that case, dropped altogether.
Got to go deeper, Queen City. Yeah.
Caswell in the gun. Crowd here at the Thunderdome on their feet. Caswell to throw. Pressure coming, and he's hit as he tries to throw the ball, and the pass goes into the ground. 4th down and 10 upcoming.
I think they're going to punt. Interesting decision here.
Yeah, 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. You can stop the clock, but not by much.
You're not going to get the 2-minute warning. The punt's going to take that away. So you only have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, interesting decision by Eric Barkley.
Especially considering the Chicago running game, how good it's been.
The punt is away. Over 50 people with us tonight, Matt. Appreciate everybody being here. That punt fielded at the 21-yard line, and we are at the final quip 2-minute warning of the game. One touchdown separates these two teams. 1:58 left to go here in the ballgame, and I would expect to see a heavy dose of Jared Willis. So we see him run for a gain of 6 there. Queen City burns one of their timeouts, and Matt, looks like they do still have 2 left. I believe our scoreboard was off. They may have used that timeout in the first half.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought the challenge was good because it was that fumble that wasn't a fumble, but letting him get 6 yards on Willis get 6 yards on 1st down, not a good omen for this defense.
So still 2 timeouts left for Queen City. As Willis takes the handoff, that time tackled for a loss. Hit in the backfield by James Buden.
Those outside runs, man, you're having so much success just
right up the
going
middle.
through the belly of the beast. Just keep it up.
Run a dive, run an ISO, even a draw if you have to. But going straight up the middle has been very successful for him tonight. Haven't seen as much out of Jeff Duffy as I'm sure Queen City would like to see out of their star D lineman. He's had trouble stuffing those runs up the middle. Here comes another one, and that one good for a gain of only 3. It'll bring up a 4th down and 3. Queen City out of timeouts, but they will get the ball back, and one last shot for A.J. Caswell and his offense to get down the field and get a touchdown on the board.
Well, mission accomplished for the Queen City defense. Now let's see what their special teams can do and get any yards at all on this.
And it's crazy, Matt. Both of these 2 offenses scored within 1 minute of taking possession to start each of their seasons, and we have seen hardly any scoring since. Not a lot gained on that punt return. Brings it up to the 38-yard line. So 62 yards to go, Matt. 1:40 to do it, no timeouts, but a very experienced A.J. Caswell. This is his 5th season in the league, all with Queen City. And plenty of receiving options. Even if 2 of them are rookies, you still have those targets out there. Caswell in the gun, takes the snap, out route to the right-hand side, complete to Stephen Hacker for a gain of 9, out of bounds, stops the clock.
Good play. You don't have to get it all in one play. Just keep chunking them 8, 9. If you're getting out of bounds, it doesn't matter. And they're at midfield pretty much with a 1:36. That's a lot of. It's a good amount of time.
So 2nd down and 1, Caswell under center. Offset I formation. Caswell to throw, dropping, checks it down to Odom behind the line, gets a first down, gets out of bounds. Stopping the clock at 1:32 to go from the Chicago 48-yard line.
Again, good play, gets you the first down. Still 1:30 to go. All your options are open. So just you have to be aggressively conservative, which makes no sense at all. But if you see an option down the field, just rip it. But if you don't, get that out, get those yards, get out of bounds. Like, there you go.
Caswell fires to Chris Curtis over the middle, complete for a first down, and they will hurry back to the line, although they do still have plenty of time to get down the field. Caswell to throw, out route to Chris Curtis on the left-hand side. That one complete, and he is tackled out of bounds after a gain of 4, stopping the clock.
Good stuff here from Queen City. All the way down to the 31 with 1:17 to go. I'd look for them to try to get inside the 20 with about 50 seconds to go would be good.
And then just start taking shots at the end zone, you think?
Well, they could throw in the middle of the field 50 seconds to go, but you just don't want to do too many of those.
Caswell to throw. Oh, and that one nearly intercepted. Dylan Rowland with his hands all over that ball, but can't haul it in. He'll bring it up a 3rd down and 6.
And I got a feeling that's going to be the difference when you're trying to go, throw in the middle of the field. These two linebackers have kind of been Hendershot had that one great play, and now Rowland just says, Pass
was intended for Chris Curtis, but Rowland right in the line of fire. Xander Gold joining us in the chat now, Matt, as the New Orleans Pharaohs have wrapped up their game, beating the Houston Hyenas 24-12. 3rd down and 6, 4 receiver set. Caswell under center. Caswell back to throw. Fires out route to the right-hand side, hauled in by Stephen Hacker for a first down, and he's out of bounds with 1:07 to go. All the way up to the 20. Did you predict that almost identical?
Yeah, I said about 50 seconds, but I
was about to say
a minute. Yeah, well, and I was going to say I wouldn't mind an out route here. Get that first, because that's where out routes are good, between that 5 to 6 yard range. Stops the clock again. And now, they can, besides running the ball, Queen City can do almost anything they want. They can throw it anywhere on the field because they still have about 40 seconds even if they catch it, at the 10 or the 5.
Caswell will throw on 1st down and 10, firing.
Oh,
incomplete pass. That one intended for rookie J.K. Johnson III. Unable to haul it in. Yeah.
Johnson jumped, and Caswell's like, no, keep going.
That would have been a huge, huge reception there inside the red zone. All the way down, it would have given him a 1st and goal from the 4, but instead, 2nd down and 10 from the 20.
Looks like they might run max protect again with Caswell, but we'll see if those running backs go out instead.
Defensive backs backing off. Linebackers dropping into coverage, firing down the left-hand sideline. Incomplete to Chris Curtis.
Did he drop the ball?
Well, it looked like tight coverage, too. Let's see if we get another look at that one. We will not. It's unfortunate. That one was close.
Not loving some of these calls. I don't love the out routes, but they were working. I would have just out until they stop it. Now you got to make some, at least get half the 4th and 5 here.
Caswell to throw. Completes Chris Curtis for a 1st down and more, all the way up to the 8-yard lines, and he's out of bounds. 1st and goal from the 8.
So here you go. Do what you want. Nice. I called out route. There you go.
Yeah, and you throw it to an experienced receiver like Curtis, who's able to catch it, turn upfield, get the yards he needs, and even extends his leg to get out of bounds, stopping the clock. Huge play by Chris Curtis. Way to rebound after not being able to haul that in the end zone.
That's what I was going to say, but thanks. Mike does color too, folks.
He does it all. Caswell under center here on 1st down and goal. Looking, firing into the end zone. Batted away, incomplete. Dylan Rowland getting his hands on the ball again.
Call me crazy, but I throw an out route to the top.
You're crazy.
No, because
No, you set yourself up for that. I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you want an out route to the right hand side would be perfect here.
Like let's take a look at look how much space at the top that they're giving.
Hacker.
Yeah, it's Hacker. Just one roop, get him another 4 or 6 yards. Then you can run it with Odom if you really had to.
Caswell looking, fires an out route to Chris Curtis, hauled in and complete, but it's all the way up to these 2. Not able to turn up field that time. Now over 60 of you watching this game with us as we have a close finish here.
Do you dial up a Caswell sneak here?
If I have a running back that averaged 6 yards per carry last season and I have him in my backfield, yes, I hand it to him right here, right now, and let him power it through.
I'm saying a Caswell sneak.
Oh, Caswell sneak.
They're in the gun. Look out.
Caswell takes a snap. He'll throw, fires into the back corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Tight coverage there.
Folks.
Brings up a 4th down and goal. Final play.
Hit up Discord. Hit up the other channel. Tell everyone to get in here. This is it. This is it. Went for a fade in the end zone, but not enough real estate.
That one well covered by Blake Hamrick.
This is for the game.
Fourth down and goal from the 2-yard line. It all comes down to this. If Queen City can get in, the game will continue. If not, Chicago will claim their first win of the season. Caswell to throw, pressure coming, and he is sacked, and the defense for Chicago will win them the ball game.
Oh, boy. Very unfortunate for Caswell. They didn't have something a little quicker dialed up for him. Now all Queen City can do is look and make a few adjustments to their playbook for next week.
So Chicago backed up to their own 6, not quite comfortable to kneel from this yardage. Will hand the ball off to Willis, who's going to run straight up the middle for a nice gain. And that may be the final play, as the game clock is now less than the play clock, and Queen City cannot stop the clock anymore. This will wrap up Week 1 SFL action for us. Be sure to join us this coming Friday night as we kick off Week 2. The New Orleans Pharaohs will head to Atlanta to take on the Swarm. New Orleans winning earlier on this weekend, and New Orleans won tonight. Atlanta lost their game earlier this weekend. So kickoff this Friday will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on Twitch. That will bring the end of this ball game. Queen City Corsairs 10, Chicago Wildcats 17. Matt, final thoughts on tonight's game?
Started out as a fireworks show, and then someone rained on the parade at the fireworks stop. I mean, look at those yards, 360. 307, that's a lot of yards, but no scores came of it except early on in the game. So,
yeah, it was definitely a great defensive battle.
Yeah, I mean, all those deflections, there's a pick, but that led to nothing. I would be interested to see breakdown by quarter, because I'm not remembering when each team. Well, here's a field goal in the second half, which put Chicago up by 7. So that might have been the only points in this entire second half, which is, like I said, it's good defense, but also maybe some offensive game planning will be necessary for next week. I don't know.
So the London Knights and San Francisco Sharks have about 30 seconds left to go in their game. It's a 1-score game, so we will let everybody go so you can head over there. Be sure to let us know how we're doing. There will be a link sent out for a broadcaster survey posted in SFL Alerts. Please be sure to take a peek at that and let us know how the broadcast team is doing. This has been a presentation of the SFL Network presented by APM Music. For Matt Wilson, I am Mike Daggs saying thank you and good night.